Jose Ramirez is staying in Cleveland for the next 7 years to keep him here until the age of 40. That is until 2031, at least, or 2033. I don't know how to do math. Anyway, Jose Ramirez is taking another pay cut. He definitely is costing himself another $300 million at least, and maybe unfortunately costing himself a championship. It depends on when and if the ownership group decides to ever spend money. Now, I actually did look this up. The Dolans are cheapskates. Nobody is going to be afraid of that. In fact, the Dolans have said they are cheapskates themselves and all but admitting it, especially when they made the trade of Francisco Lindor. They basically said we were nowhere near what Francisco was looking for in terms of money. They basically traded him for peanuts in terms of how great Francisco Lindor was and still is. Now, Andres Jimenez, the big piece of that deal, was very good for his time in Cleveland, but he wasn't Francisco Lindor good because Francisco's an S tier player. Jimenez, at his best, is a B player, an S tier defender, but a C plus B minus offensive player. Now, that can be really good if you get another long term player in that deal. But again, if it's just Andres Jimenez and a bunch of players, it's not gonna really be that good. So, and we really, and once again, Lindor's still a Met. Jimenez is on his third team now with the Toronto Blue Jays, who actually just went to the World Series. So Andres Jimenez, I mean, great player. Again, I loved him when he was playing second base for us. And I love the fact that he's actually succeeding with an actual team that will spend money and actually go get free agents. Whether or not the free agents decide to sign with them, that's another thing entirely. Now, when we read this, David Blitzer, who has already said he was willing to spend money, spend the money out of his pocket 2028. So that's 2 more seasons at least of cheapskate Dolan rate. Hopefully I'm wrong. Maybe the Dolans will go out with a bang. Maybe they'll get someone in 2027. But right now it is January 24th. And this is the most notable move that they have made. We are going basically basically doing the 2016 model. We're going to let players develop. Travis Bazan is probably going to come up at some point. CJ Kafis. We've got Nolan Jones, who I don't know if he's going to stay on the team long term. And we have some other notables. Honestly, I really do not see a world where the Guardians can win with their current roster. They don't have an ace. They have a couple players that are good twos or threes, and I want Gavin Williams to be our ace, but I don't know if he's going to be that. Uh, and even if he is that, by 2028, he'll be off the team. We already know that's going to be the case. Logan Allen, just I can't really get excited about this team. I am going to love Cleveland until I die. In fact, I am going to die probably watching either the Cavs, the Guardians, the Blue Jackets, or the Browns from a heart attack. Whether it's because they really suck or they're really good and they will hopefully. I'm spoiled at least. I didn't have to wait all my life. The year 2016 when the Cavs won, I won't die without knowing that a Cleveland team, and including the Blue Jackets, even though they're in Columbus, I will not die knowing that the Cleveland sports have let me down like they have for the other at least 60 years. But the last time the Guardians won was in 1948. I'm no mathematician. That is that's nearing 80 years of non winning. They've gone to the World Series, I believe, 3 times, maybe 4 if I'm miscounting. I'm sorry. The Cavs have been to the finals a few times. They've only won once. The Browns are unfortunately going to have the draft as their Super Bowl for the foreseeable future. The Blue Jackets are the Blue Jackets. But Jose Ramirez, I'm hoping I'm wrong, but unfortunately, I feel like this is our World Series. Ramirez is giving up at least $400 million, $500 million, maybe even $600 million to stay with Cleveland. And for that alone, he should be already in consideration for the MLB Hall of Fame because his loyalty. No one's ever going to wear the number 11 again in Cleveland in the Guardians uniform. No one else is going to wear that. There will be a statue next to the Larry Dobies of the world, what should be soon a Tom Hamilton statue. No one will ever wear the number 11 again because Jose Ramirez will A, die a Guardian, and hopefully we get a couple rings for that finger of his. His trophy case, the only thing that's missing is a championship, and he's been robbed of at least one MVP just because Aaron Judge exists. Um, Thank you, Jose, for being a Clevelander through and through. Thank you for not deciding to just go for 300 million like Francisco. And by the way, I'm not shitting on Francisco Lindor. He should definitely have gone and got his money. So should Jose. But again, Jose, thank you for doing what you've done for the city. You you've let us believe for the last, how long has it been? 5 years since Francisco got traded. The GOAT, for sure. And soon to be the 9th player to hit the milestone of 300 home runs and 300 stolen bases. Clean. I don't know how many of those are clean, but he will be the 9th overall to do that. Hall of Fame is calling. It'll be calling soon.